Okay, so a few years back, a friend said to me, "Why don't you ride to work?" And I kind of brushed it off and was like, "No, no, I'm not going to do that." At the time, I was just driving to work and using driving or riding a motorbike is what I've been doing for many, many years. And the thought of riding a bike to work was just like, no, no way. And then I thought about it a little bit more, and he had a spare bike at the time, and he said you can use it and stuff. And then I started just doing it. Basically, it was 13.7 or 9k because I now work at a different place than what I did. So just under 14k, and a fair bit of hills as well. In Auckland City where I live, there are hills everywhere. So yeah, I started, and it wasn't too bad, and I quickly really loved it again, riding a push bike. And it was a single speed bike, and I used shoes just like this, so just regular shoes with flat pedals, and yeah, single speed. So it wasn't ideal for the hills, and my knees quickly got sore. But then I was so hooked on it again, and started doing it more and more regularly, and then decided to buy my own bike with gears, which is good. It wasn't this one, but it was another one similar. It was a Merida Ride carbon road bike basically, and it had good gears on it as well, so it made my trip a whole lot easier. I had been on Strava before wanting to get back riding and commuting to work, and yeah, I got back on it, used my phone and stuff, and I ended up loving Strava and basically getting into it and enjoying it. And yeah, so I rode many times. I was, I guess, what you call a fair weather commuter. I didn't really ride in the rain, but as time went on, I more and more basically rode in rain and in atrocious windy conditions and whatever, because I just used the car less and less basically. And the reasons being is because consistent travel times. So regardless of what the traffic is with the roads and buses and all that going on, it's just steadily the same time almost every time. The only kind of variable with that is how you're feeling, whether your legs are tired or not, and that could maybe slow you down 5 minutes or so, but it's not a major basically. This is my bike that I'm using to ride to work now, so it's a Cannondale touring one. I have done a video on it before, but basically it's got wide tyres, so they're very puncture resistant. Nothing's puncture proof. So Trollby Marathon, not sponsored to say any of this, but I heard that these tyres were good, and it just came with this bike. So yeah, they're awesome tyres. I've done, I think, about 7,000k, and no flat tyres. Haven't changed them, haven't done anything. They're awesome. So yes, it's a heavier bike, it's alloy, and the wheels and tyres aren't light, but it doesn't matter. I currently work 15.6k away from where I am now, and I do that almost every single day now. There's only the odd day where I'm super tired that I'll drive, or perhaps even take the train if you're just coming back from work or just doing a one-way trip or something. So I ride through the rain, through like thunderstorms, whatever basically, and that takes like a different mental attitude, but yeah, it's all good. I don't mind it now. The way I see it is you've got X amount of time that you're going to get soaking wet, and then you're going to be home in the shower, dry again, and it's not really that much time out of your day that you're spending feeling cold and wet basically. Winter's a different story. It is tough for sure, but if you follow other people that commute as well, then you kind of hold yourself accountable with them basically. So this bike has got clip pedals. These are Shimano pedals and cleats, so I use them now just because my other bike has the same one, and it's good to have the same pedals on them. And I've gotten to the stage where I basically don't unclip on the way to work. Only times that I will unclip is that I'm at a light that is a very long light, and it takes for ages, and there's nothing to hang on to. But you can hang on to light poles, light posts, traffic lights if they're close enough to the road, and it works really well. And also you get used to knowing the lights and how they work in the set and all that, so it's good. The positives of riding a bike to work. Now this is just quick fire list. Consistent travel times, like I said. In New Zealand we have a registration for your car. I don't pay that. gas for the car, I don't pay that. A car, I don't even own a car, so that's helpful. And yeah, another massive bonus is that you get fit, and you can, like, I've got 2 bottles set up on here and I never use them for my commutes. The only reason I've got them on here is because I did a 100k ride this morning and that's what I use them for. But 15k, 45 minutes to work on average, 45 minutes, I don't use them at all. And that's not like, yeah, I'm amazing. It's just you get to the stage where you can ride that no worries and it's all good. So this bike has 5034 compact chainring and it has 1132 gearing. That's good if you're getting into it. If you can have a bigger cassette on the back, like a 34 or 36, that would be ideal, especially if you live in a hilly city like the city that I live in. But if you live somewhere flat, then perhaps you can ride a single speed or a fixie. Not that I recommend doing that, but gears and brakes are awesome. Also, disc brakes on this, hydraulic disc brakes, are fantastic, especially if it rains randomly like it does in my city, then they're great. So if you have any questions about what I do or commuting or wanting to get into commuting, then post them down below and I'll get back to you. Oh, quick other thing, what I wear, I just wear, the only other thing that I'd recommend would be like clear sunglasses, just so that if it's super overcast and it's not sunny, then you're not getting crap in your eyes, basically, rain, little stones, whatever. If you're riding a lot, then they come in handy. And as far as wet weather goes, I don't wear it. And the only real big downside I can see is hopping into soaking wet shoes the day after, especially if it's raining consistently. But life goes on, basically. So yeah, that's my commuting story. Hope you liked it.